cheese.
Oh, man. Look at that.
Damn.
Bro.
Damn. I know the true story of Thanksgiving. It's a little bit more disheartening, I guess to say.
Now we're going to the Mandela effect.
Right.
Okay. I remember in the 70s that Thanksgiving was held on the third Thursday of every November, right? Now it's on the 4th.
Us as youngins, man, we need to start paying attention. Because who's going to carry on the legacy? Because eventually,
and it's not just
the elders pass. I get on your ass. Somebody gotta do it. Hey, somebody gotta do it. Hey. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on, late night family? We back in the building and we coming with another exciting episode of Late Night Conversations with Unk and Nephew. I am your host with the most, King J, also known as Nephew, and to my left is my co-host,
JR. Big Unk.
That's Big Unk.
You know, Big Unk.
Bringing y'all a special edition, late night episode, Thanksgiving episode. Where actually y'all gonna have a dinner with Unk and Nephew. Thanksgiving dinner with Unk and Nephew, man.
That's right.
I figured we'd do something to shake it up a little bit, and then, man, y'all can just come have dinner with us, and then we're gonna post this on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving Day, yes, sir.
So, whatever y'all are doing, if y'all are just hanging out with family, if y'all are eating, if y'all are preparing, whatever y'all are doing, man, put us on and shoot, have dinner with us,
put
man.
on the TV and
just kick back and enjoy.
And watch us, you know what I'm saying? Enjoy the show. We're hoping to put you on a good one.
Yeah, we're going to put on a good one, man. We got some good topics today. But shoot, man, kicking off this episode, man, what do you think about that Kendrick Lamar album, man?
Bro, at first I was skeptic, I heard it was coming out on Friday. I'm like, but then...
Sweet Tea by my wife. Appreciate you, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I've been listening to it, man.
Hey, it hits different, don't it?
Luther, man.
All that Luther,
this
man. World is mine.
Man, boy. If y'all haven't heard it, come on, y'all.
Yeah, y'all go check it out, man. Yeah. We was following, we weren't running the podcast yet when they were doing the beef, man, when him and Drake were going back and forth.
Yeah. But
I really wanted to jump in on it, man. And we might still do some reactions, man. Because you haven't heard a lot of it.
I haven't heard all of it.
So shoot, man, we want to dive in, but man, we were getting excited for this episode, and we didn't know what to talk about, man.
Exactly, we were like, we want to make it special at the same time. We're like, don't want to make it bland. Don't want to,
exactly.
We did want to eat with y'all. That's for sure.
Yeah, we did want to have dinner with y'all, man. And shout out to our local cotton patch.
Hey,
y'all hooked us up, man. Y'all did us right, man. Y'all did us right.
Yeah.
And shoot, man, what's up, man? First bite or what?
Man,
let's get into it, man.
Hey, we'll try this mac and cheese real quick.
Yeah, the mac and cheese look like it's finna hit, man. Mac and cheese.
Oh, man. Look at that.
Damn.
Bro.
Damn.
I ain't been to cotton patch in a while. I don't know why. Man,
Turkey.
This is hitting, man. These mac and cheese, this brown gravy.
Hey, man. Excuse the chewing.
Wow.
Hey, shout out Cotton Patch, bro. Y'all got us right.
Look.
Man, that's good, man. Go ahead and bring the napkin out. Go ahead and put it on the neck.
Oh, no. It doesn't go that far. Hey, Cotton Patch.
Yeah, for real. Shout out Cotton Patch, man. Y'all did y'all's thing out here.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. This is good.
Before we jump right into it, whether y'all watching on Spotify, Facebook, whether it's Apple Podcasts, whether it's YouTube, wherever you get your podcast from, thank y'all so much. And y'all don't forget to hit the follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, man, hit the subscribe button. Punch that bell in the face. Punch that bell right in the face. That way you get notified every time we post. And we post every Friday at 8 in the morning. So
we had good... We had pretty good views this week, man.
Yeah, we did.
I was checking out our Spotify. I was checking out our YouTube, man. Thank y'all very much.
Yeah,
and,
we're growing, man. We're growing.
I'm seeing a little spike, and all that comes from is from y'all keep watching, and y'all are the comments.
Facts.
I have a lot of people that I know, and man, they just keep telling me, man, they just y'all two are rolling, y'all two are good, y'all two are funny, you know. So that's what we want is the feedback like that. You know, of course, we'll take constructive criticism anytime.
Oh yeah, always.
We can always get better. That's for sure. You know, so
yeah, thank y'all so much. And with this being our Thanksgiving episode, we just want to tell y'all, thank y'all so much. You know, for watching. Thank y'all for so much for joining this journey,
right.
For tuning in, man. We're just two people from a little city. You know, really kind of doing something that we love,
exactly.
And we're getting a lot of followers. We're starting to get a lot more. Like we're getting a spike in views. We're getting a spike in subscribers. So thank y'all again, man. We're so thankful for y'all. You know, we go to school. In school, they teach you, you know, that the Pilgrims and the Native Americans. Yeah, go ahead, man. We'll trade off. So you know, they say, you know, the Pilgrims, the Native Americans, they got together and had a the first Thanksgiving dinner. You know, and the end.
Was it like that?
No, it wasn't like that, man. If y'all know the true story of Thanksgiving, it's a little bit more disheartening, I guess to say. The idea behind Thanksgiving is good.
Right.
And it's something that actually, a little fun fact, that really wasn't even the first Thanksgiving, the very first one. This is something that has been celebrated for centuries before. So, you know, the European settlers, they would celebrate Thanksgiving too, right around the same time, kind of closer towards December, you know. But theirs wasn't a day of feasting and stuff like that. Theirs was a day of, like they were just in church a lot, you know, and there was just a day of remembrance and thanks for God.
And we're talking,
and really it was fasting. They weren't eating.
So like the Puritans, or
yeah, over there in England, you know the religious people over there, you know. Well, no. This was even way before then. This falls before then. So yeah, man, this is a concept that has been going on to give a day of thanks to God for everything that He's given us, and so this had already been going on, but this one that was here on Plymouth Rock, you know, in Plymouth, Massachusetts, was the first official like feast that they had a feast and that. So let's kind of dive into a little bit, man. So the Pilgrims landed in 1620 on Plymouth Rock, you know, Massachusetts.
Right.
They actually landed around December. That's when they first landed.
Okay.
So there were the Puritans. You know, they're Pilgrims, but they were the Puritans. So the reason why they were leaving was they were trying to escape religious persecution from England. You know what I mean? There were you know, the belief over there was, you know, like the old Roman Catholic belief, and you know, so they were the Puritans. They were trying to purify the church over there and teach their own ways, but you know, they weren't having that up there.
Okay.
So they escaped England and came to America for religious freedom.
Right.
And so when they got here, they landed in 1620. So when he got here, it was already right around wintertime, and it was pretty rough.
Well, I can imagine. I mean, not knowing where you're gonna land, and then not prepared because you don't know what type of winter it is, or they knew it was wintertime. They just didn't know how bad it gets.
Yeah, and how bad it gets. Right. Yeah, and to make matters worse,
because it was up East Coast.
Yeah, it gets rough up there. And then here's the crazy thing: they weren't even going to Massachusetts. That wasn't their destination. They were going to Virginia. But they got blown off course because they were hit a storm.
Further up north.
Yeah, they hit a bad storm because there was already a colony in Virginia that was already kind of starting off.
Okay.
And so that's where they were going. The people in Virginia actually funded the trip, but they didn't make it. You know, they got blew off course and landed in Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. Okay. So they actually put the whole colony under what's called communal rule. So because they didn't have enough resources to last through the winter, what communal rule is whatever each family brought privately for their own families, everybody put in a pile. Like, you know what I mean?
Okay, so
to share for everybody, for the greater good.
That was
every family, what they brought, they added to so the whole town. Yeah, and they actually even with that, they almost didn't make it through that winter, dog. They lost some people.
Right.
But the Native Americans, the Wampanoags, they actually helped them out, man. Like they saw these people suffering, man. You know, they saw they didn't have much, and these Native American tribe, the Wampanoags, man, they were, man, you know, they were nice, man.
Right.
They believed in sharing, and I mean, this land was given to them, so they appreciated it, and so they saw these settlers struggling. So what they did was they went over there and helped them learn how to hunt, learn how to fish, how to live off the land better. And then they even showed them how to plant corn.
I was going to ask you, is that where corn came, you know, maize or whatever?
Yeah. They showed them how to plant corn. So here's the crazy thing. The Native Americans were so kind to them. And because of that generosity, they actually survived through that winter. And then came next year, they had a plentiful harvest. They had a bountiful harvest.
So they learned quickly.
They learned. Yeah, they taught them good. And so, but the Pilgrims didn't see them as equals. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
welcome
to America.
Right.
You know.
And they also felt like this land was kind of free to take. Like, this land didn't belong to the Native Americans. They just kind of thought
the land was just there.
Just
Nobody
there.
had claimed.
Yeah, nobody's claiming it. And
was nobody's claim. It was free America or free colony, whatever.
I mean, the natives were already here. It was their land. You know, they took care of it. They worshipped it. Man, it's, you know. And so, anyways, so you know, here come a good harvest.
Right
around
November,
December.
Winter. Right.
The following winter, they had a bountiful harvest. So they decided to get together and have a big celebration.
Okay.
And so they had a feast. All the corn that they've harvested, you know, the fit. And so what they did is, this is where the turkey thing came out. Dude, there's no record that there was a turkey at the first Thanksgiving.
Right.
All that they said was, because there was a guy, one of the pilgrims there, who actually wrote.
So like
he was kind of kept like a journal, and he's the one. That's why we know what happened during that time, because his manuscripts were found. Okay. And so they sent 4 people out to go hunt for fowl, which is bird. Right. You know, so it could have been a chicken, a turkey, pheasant, whatever.
I didn't know pheasants up there.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know whatever. It just could have been any bird. Right. It could have been a turkey. Right. They're not sure, but for sure they had fish. You know, they had a lot of fish. And, dude, a fun fact that I just learned doing research, they had a lot of lobsters.
Well, yeah, man.
Right there by that. And, dude, those lobsters were like 5 feet long.
Oh, man.
They were huge lobsters.
Well, I mean, they were never harvested by anybody, for many, many years.
So they were huge.
They don't grow like that. But
they were huge. And so, they had a big harvest. And so, right around that time, the Wampanoag tribe is still there, just a little bit off a ways. Right.
They're watching closely, but not.
Yeah. No, they're minding their own business. They're just chilling, just living in their village, just doing what they do. So at this celebration, they start shooting off guns and they're blasting their cannons. There's a confliction about why. Some were saying that they were just playing games, like normal, like we do now, man. We play horseshoes in the bag.
Tonight.
Yeah. No. Yeah, because they did have alcohol. Yeah, they're getting tore up. Yeah. They're just having fun. But another report says that they were doing it as a sign of aggression, like we're military, like they're military power. Like, man, we got these guns and weapons and they're blowing them off. So there's conflicting reports about that. But either way, they were shooting their guns and cannons off, their muskets, their cannons. Well, the Wampanoag hear this and they say, and here's the misconception, because in school they teach us that the Pilgrims invited the Indians over. Right. And they had a nice feast. That's not what happened. Right. All these guns are going off, and the leader of the Wampanoag tribe is like, he don't like how that sounds. Right. And so he
knows it's different. They didn't have guns.
Yeah. Well, he just knows that that's not, like, that sounds like an aggression, like an act of a war. Like, man, are they trying to plot on us to kill us? Right. So he gathers 91 warriors. And they suit up with their bows and spears and stuff, and they head over to see what's going on. Well, when they get there, they see they're having this feast. They kind of confront them, and what's going on.
We saved y'all last year, but y'all can't invite us.
Yeah, they're saying what's going on, and so they end up staying. So they end up staying. They end up just kind of, well, we're here, and I guess they just like, well, we're having a feast if y'all want to join. Okay. And so they ended up staying for 3 days. It was a 3-day festival. Here's the crazy thing, man. Since there was more mouths to feed, the Native Americans contributed the Wampanoag, they contributed, man. They went ahead and got they went out. They had sent some hunters out and brought back some deer, some venison.
Okay, yeah.
And to contribute to the meat, so there'll be
Right,
enough
so
to go around.
Enough meat.
And so yeah, they brought what they had, and they contributed some meat to them, and they had a 3-day festival.
So the Native American is all about peace.
Yeah, that's all they wanted, dude. They just wanted peace. They just we don't care if you're on the land. We just want to share the land.
Check that out,
and sadly, the Pilgrims didn't feel the same way. They just, and so that's what happened, man. That's the truth. That's what really happened. It's not that they were invited. It's not that it was a peaceful thing. It's just that they just kind of like showed up, like what's going on, and then they did have a feast together. And so that's the story that they don't tell. And then of course they're not going to tell the rest, because after that, because of that encounter, they went their separate ways. A little bit after, years down the road, you're getting more and more people coming over from England.
Right.
More colonizers coming this way. And they're bringing disease. They're bringing... These Native Americans haven't been exposed to these things.
Right.
And so, man, dude, I mean, that killed off a lot of the Wampanoag
disease killed off a lot. We know that already.
And then, like I said...
Besides the aggression, after a while...
Exactly. After a while, the aggression starts, and they feel like they deserve this land. And then they start... because the Native Americans don't want to transform to their religion,
of course,
they start killing them and they start slaughtering, and that's the sad part,
right?
And that's where a lot of Native Americans, even I watched a lot of videos of the Wampanoag tribe that are still around to this day. They're still here.
They're still up north,
and there's conflicting views about Thanksgiving because they don't tell us the truth in school, and that's not good. I mean, that's not. Course, you know what I mean? But also in the same sense, it's like you have to think how they feel. I mean, their ancestors were slaughtered and the land was stolen.
They're not into Thanksgiving because of what happened with them.
And some of them are okay with it. And it's all in what you celebrate. That's the difference, man. And that's why, like with us, with Thanksgiving, we see it as a time to give thanks for everything that's happened through the year. You know what I mean?
Right.
And with our families and whatever, some of us have lost family members. Some of us have, gained family members, and we're just thankful for what we have, and that's the okay part.
Right.
But it's the reenacting, like the Pilgrims, the Indians, because that's
Well, I haven't seen much on how the schools used to have little plays, Pilgrims.
Right.
I think that they've gotten away from that. I think, my son. 15, so he ain't been in school. I mean, like in elementary for a while, and I haven't seen. Back when my kids were young, they would make Indian war headbands, colors and stuff. I think society has changed in a way to where
maybe we're learning. Yeah, we're getting that respect, man, that they need to give.
The indigenous people were here before us, who like you said, love this land and worship the land because of what it could do for them. And here comes these people that have no value for
their lives. For their lives.
And then they come in and destroy the land. Cut the trees. Whatever. And society. Of course, here we are.
Yeah, we just glance over it. Yeah. We just kind of glance over the bad and just kind of show y'all the good. Well, they were happy. They had a feast together. Well, yeah, they did. But you don't understand that.
Well, that's what was taught.
That was what was taught, And that's the thing. That's just the, educate yourself on these kind of things, And that way, I know some people that are Native American, man.
Right.
And it's just a respect thing. They just want the respect. That's all. You know what I mean?
I mean, who doesn't? I mean.
Yeah.
This is the... what do they call it? America melting pot, or
the melting pot, where it's so many different
cultures.
Cultures.
So I might. Why treat the Indians or the Native Americans? I know that's not a word anymore. The Native Americans any different than you would the colored or the Hispanics or the Orientals that come across. They've been here way longer than us and still live in tribes. Still live in reservations and are treated with little respect. I know the indigenous women are probably the least sought after um, no, that's the wrong word. The indigenous women, when they're murdered, it's like, oh well. So they don't really make the police.
Like they're
don't
not
really
making a big deal out of
big
it.
deal out of it. They don't, like if it was like the Joe Bennett. Joe
Benet
Ramsey.
Yeah.
It just popped up on Netflix.
I've seen that.
They had some new stuff come out. Well, she's an American. It's a big deal when she disappeared. But when you have a 9-year-old or a 7-year-old indigenous female go missing, is when do you hear about it?
Yeah, that's true, man. I mean,
and
that's the thing. That's why this whole thing was about. I don't want to make it a sad thing, but I just make people aware.
Me neither.
And it kind of makes you appreciate what we're doing for Thanksgiving. That it's for that. You know what I mean? It's not about the first one that happened. That you know what I mean?
Right. That was a root. Where it came from.
Yeah, that's what it started out of.
Nephew was good.
Yeah,
it was way different than what I remember being taught. In school.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's more to it,
Yeah, there's a lot to it, man, because it gets deep, man. Like, it's pretty cool because the way it happened, because it wasn't a holiday until Abraham Lincoln made it an official holiday.
Was it Abraham?
He was the first one. Now, the first president to acknowledge it was the first president, George Washington.
Okay.
He made it a day of remembrance for thanks and stuff, but he didn't make it a deal in all, in all the states, whatever. But Abraham Lincoln was the first one to sign it into officially, but holiday. It didn't stay like that. Each president afterwards had to keep declaring it.
Okay.
Every year. Yeah.
Well, let me say something on this. Going back to now we're going to the Mandela effect.
Right.
Okay. I remember in the 70s that Thanksgiving was held on the third Thursday of every November, right? Now it's on the 4th.
There's a reason why.
Okay, is it a Mandela effect or is not a Mandela effect?
That did happen, but it wasn't in the same month. I don't know about that.
When did they change it?
Thanksgiving. Ooh, I forgot about that. So check this out. I was doing some research on that. Turns out, I can't remember which president it is. I don't know if it was Lyndon B. Johnson. I don't remember which one.
Well, he was right before Nixon, right before Kennedy. So.
They tried to do... In other words, there was 2 Thanksgivings one year. One year there was 2 Thanksgivings. One of them was like in August, I think.
Okay.
Right around August. And then, because he was declaring... Some people... And it was a year of confusion because some people celebrated it on that day.
Right.
And then some people didn't know that
they
needed to celebrate it again.
I know in the 70s, I thought it was a third...
I don't know about that
Thursday in November.
It's always been the 4th. It's always been the 4th.
Oh, since you was born. That you remember. I thought it was the 3rd.
No,
people let me know if is this a Mandela effect that we're having, or do some of y'all remember Thanksgiving being on the 3rd Thursday? It's always been on Thursday, I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's always been a Thursday.
I remember being the 3rd Thursday of every November. Because sometimes it was celebrated on the 20th, sometimes on the 22nd. Now we're towards the end of the month. This year's the 28th.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's the 27th. Today's the 26th. So I don't know. If y'all know people, if y'all remember, some of y'all,
put in the comments
down below. Is this a Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Message us on a comment.
I don't know. I know, as far as I know, the research I've been doing since Abraham Lincoln. It's always been the 4th Thursday of every month, of every November.
Okay. So, well, maybe I'm wrong.
That's what I was reading. It could be a Mandela effect. So maybe we slipped into an alternate universe. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we crossed over.
I don't want to go into that right now because we keep going and going on that one.
But yeah, man. As far as this story, though, yeah, man. I mean, after that, a lot of Native Americans were, and it's an irony. It's ironic.
So this is the least celebrated holiday for the Native Americans.
This is one of them that, they probably don't really celebrate too much, man. They don't really. I mean, a lot of them do. A lot of them do celebrate it.
I don't know a lot of them, so I don't know if what they do celebrate.
Right.
I know some of them have turned into Christians or Catholics or Baptists or whatever. I know that they have started,
Yeah. And see, the thing is that's the irony of it all, man. The Pilgrims left England to get away from religious persecution, but yet persecuted the Native Americans for not doing going with their religion.
Double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's just kind of like the irony of it is kind of crazy. But yeah, man, I mean, at this point, like I said, we're not saying so much about Thanksgiving is bad. I just want to, people got to know the real history.
Right.
Learn the real history of it. And, shout out to the Native Americans out there that even y'all are watching, man, we do have a lot of respect for y'all, man. And we do realize this was y'all's land. And, you know what I mean? Things like that. But on a positive note, what we celebrate Thanksgiving for, man, thankfulness. Just being being thankful, man.
Like I said, we've lost. I lost my daughter 2 years ago, right before Thanksgiving. So this will be our second year without her. But I am grateful that I still have 2 other daughters and a son, 2 sons, and they're my kids. But I'm thankful for this man right here. As we were talking earlier before we shot this shoot, he's more of a brother to me than he is my nephew. Because even since he was chavalito,
we've always been close.
I've had him, close to me, man.
I used to ride around everywhere with you before I got my car.
Right. And I'm thankful for my family. That we're still a close family. We have our ups and downs just like anybody else.
Yeah, like any family does.
And whenever I start my little segment here in a minute, we'll go in deeper into that. But yeah, I'm thankful so much that our family is still as tied into this.
Definitely.
Because I see a lot of people out there, and I'm like, "You going to your families this year?" Nah, I'm just gonna stay home. What's going on? I have invited some people to the house too.
Yeah.
They're like, "No, we're just gonna stay home," and you know what? The invitation still stands. We always have plenty of food, so I mean, it's not like if we don't. But the thankfulness that this family is still held together.
Yes.
Even though we've lost, we got Ray, we got Kimberly, we got my mom,
Yeah.
we got your grandma,
my grandma, yeah. I mean, it's
Mateo Lani, just so many people.
Yeah, just so many people that we've lost.
My cousin Angie, my Uncle Nino. There's
man, it goes on and on. We've lost so many family members.
Family members that, for a very long time, nephew, I thought I was so blessed because we hadn't had no deaths. In '88, I lost my grandfather, or our grandfather, and after that, I never had no tragedy in my life until, my mom.
Yeah, that's.
But we knew she had cancer, and she was slowly fading, so we kind of expected that.
Yeah, I think at that point, not to cut you off, Unk, but I think whenever someone is passing away, like a doctor gives them so many days,
with it, man,
I feel like you kind of have to, and it doesn't make it easier, but it doesn't. It's not like when you get a call, hey, so and so's passed away. Whoa, Ray,
my cousin Ray, your cousin, my nephew Ray.
Cousin, yeah. When I got the call, I was at work and I took off.
I was at my daughter's school and my daughter Brandy called me and I'm like, what? Hold on, baby, what? That's tragedy.
That's
tragedy. That's something that we
hits
weren't
a little
expected,
different,
right?
Yeah.
But other than that, nephew, I mean, during COVID, of course, we lost quite a bit of family members during COVID. But to be grateful for something, to me, is family.
Yeah.
I love all my nephews, and that's what I have on my side is nephews, and I'm just grateful, man, that we can all still kick it and get along and still be a family.
Right.
I've got people that are out there that are, have family but don't.
Right.
And I have people out there that don't have family, but we've got to reach out to some of them. And I have, some people out there that I know. I'm like, hey, if you ain't got no place to go, my sister's house is. I say my sister. I forgot we're coming over here to your house.
Yeah, that we might be hosting this year.
Right. So But I'm grateful for that, man. I'm grateful that my health has improved.
For sure.
Because it wasn't going down, but
yeah, you hit a little rough patch.
Go. Yeah. We hit rough patches, man.
Yeah.
Which is a lot of it is self-inflicted. And I don't want to say self-inflicted like I'm cutting myself, but not doing what I'm supposed to.
Just living unhealthy.
Living unhealthy, being so depressed.
Yeah, and that was right after Kim had passed.
Kimberly had passed. Blood pressure was skyrocketing. Had medication, but chose not to take it. That's the self-hurt that I was going through. But with the help of my family, you, everybody, man, snap out of it, man. Kim's fine. Kim's gonna be okay. Which that was probably the biggest. That was my biggest heartbreak in my life.
And our family, of course, we're not comparing. No,
we don't compare.
We don't compare. But in a way, we kind of say, like, when we lost our cousin Ray.
Yeah.
That was tough, man. I mean, it was a rough one. But Kim hit a little different, man.
Yeah.
I think because she was so involved in everyone's life.
Everyone's right.
Like, and not just like here and there. Like, she was there for us all the time.
Man.
I mean, calling
two,
every
3
day.
In the morning,
Yeah. You could call her whatever time. That one hit hard. I think we all went through a rough patch. My mom went through a rough patch. I mean, they talked every day like you and Kim did.
Yeah, I think your mom still.
And there's times that she still has rough patches, man. And that's everybody. I mean, don't let nobody ever tell you, oh man, you need to get over it. No. You let people grieve on their own time, man.
You grieve.
Just be there. Just be there with them. That's it. Just be there for them. That's all you gotta do.
And when grieving his nephew is, sometimes you, like you just said, you don't have to say a word.
Just be there. Yeah.
Just you being by my side, knowing that, hey, I do care for you, Unk. It is probably more peace than you trying to come and
motivate.
Hey, not motivate me. Well, you think it's motivating, or somebody might think it's motivating. Like, snap out of it, dude. What are you doing?
Yeah.
No, man.
It'll make you feel worse.
Yeah.
Like something's wrong with you.
If I'm not ready, I'm not ready.
Yeah, exactly.
But just being there, and whether it's a word, an ear to listen,
right,
or a hug, or just sit with somebody. Sometimes that's all they need is just, sit with somebody, man. Hey, I'm here.
Exactly. You
ain't got to say a word. If you don't want to talk, we don't have to talk, but I'm here for whatever. And that's what Thanksgiving's all about. Sometimes, we set the table and we always communicate. We always communicate.
Yeah, for sure.
But sometimes you can tell when somebody's struggling, man, and we've always been a family like, hey, what's going on? Sometimes it's kind of hard because sometimes we put on ourselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes, I ain't got no drinking problem, but I let her drink. Sometimes when I overdrink, sometimes,
Yeah, you kind of get a little out of character.
Yeah, get out of character because I'm going through something, or whether I'm not going through something, then it pops in my head. But thank y'all people, man. Thanksgiving is a wonderful time to
reflect.
Think back and reflect of what God has done for you this past year.
Right, exactly.
Not yesterday, but the whole.
But the whole as a year as a whole.
Yeah.
That's why I think Thanksgiving being in November, I think that's good because, like you said, it gives you a chance to reflect on the year you've had.
Right.
Because people don't realize it, but man, a year flies by. And it just seems like the older I'm getting, it's getting faster and faster. You know what I mean?
You
know what I mean?
You can't tell me nothing about that. I already know,
Yeah. And it's like, for me, that was good, man. I liked what you said, man. That was good.
Rose, dog.
Yeah, I forgot we had a rose, man.
But
they're all sitting right here. But yeah, man, for me, same thing, man. I'm super thankful for my family. I'm super thankful for you. Like you said, we're like brothers now, man. And,
yeah.
I mean, we've always been, but like getting to do this with you more and more. I'm like, we're together all the time now. Yeah, so it's like, man, it's cool, man. I love being around you. So it's been a blessing. Like, I don't think you realize it, but you bless my spirit a lot just, being around because
Thank you.
this year's been crazy. I'm thankful for all my family. I'm thankful for man. Shout out to Reverend Eric, man. I'm thankful for you, man. Yo, man. I know we don't always talk every day. He's super busy, man. He's a busy man.
Oh, I know.
But he knows whenever I call, he picks up and we talk, man. And it's like we never, it's like we see each other every day. I'm thankful for him because he's got me through a lot of stuff this year. Like you said, man, I'm real thankful for my family. My mom, my dad, man, they help me out all the time.
Right.
They're always there for me when I need them.
Yeah.
My wife, man. My wife is a big part of who I am.
Bro, I sometimes like the stuff that we put it through, on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, that we're either shooting or editing or whatever, and
yeah.
She puts up a lot, dude.
She puts up with a lot, man.
And I don't, maybe, of course, I don't see what goes on behind closed doors, but shout out to her too, man, for me, because I see that she takes it with a grain of salt, whatever you tell her, and
and sometimes she puts stuff aside for us, like, you know what I mean? Because she believes in what we're doing.
Most definitely.
And that's the kind of woman that you got to have.
She takes the kids, they leave, they leave us here.
Yeah, and she'll take both my kids and she'll put up with them.
Podcast, and she'll go and get us drinks. She'll go. Yeah. She'll fix us tea.
Yeah, like even the stuff that's even offset, man. She comes into my studio. She fixes my stuff. Like
you came in here today and it was all cleaned up,
everything was cleaned up, man. My lights are positioned the way they need to be.
We kind of leave the stuff around,
We're guys, man. We leave
it.
And she comes and cleans up, like, and I don't expect it to, but she just does it.
Right.
And so shout out to my wife, man. I really appreciate you, for real.
Yeah.
Man, I'm super thankful for my kids because they're molding me into a better man every day,
definitely.
man. The more I continue to, experience things in life, they're molding me, man.
Right.
Changing. But man, I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful that we do this podcast, man. This really.
Bro.
Man, I felt like I was in a decline with my music, man, this past year.
And I felt like I was in a decline in life, period. Yeah. Because, like you want your music, but you were, like, you're escalating down.
I wasn't doing nothing with it. I wasn't releasing anything.
I snapped out of my depression and got a good job, I work every day, see my grandkids, everything. And, but I felt
you feel like you're not going anywhere, right?
I wasn't doing anything until we started this, man.
And that's kind of how I felt, Unk. I felt like maybe like an early midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? Like
late midlife crisis.
Yeah, man. I feel like, man, what am I gonna do with my life? Because I guess I've always just imagined I was gonna do music for the rest of my life.
Right.
So I never really did anything outside of that. Now, I got a good job, man, and I do okay. I got all this, of course, like if it's material things, like, man, I have my own house. Not too many people my age own their own house. You know what I mean? I own mine. I have things. You
just got a new car this year.
I just got a brand new car, 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Not trying to be all, but it's not about material things. But like I do well, you know what I mean? And I'm so thankful that I'm able to do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? But outside of the material things, man, like what's important is like, I've always wanted to do music, and I felt like since I wasn't doing it, and then I kind of felt like I wasn't going to do it no more.
Right.
I was on the decline because I'm like, what else do I do with my life? Like I felt like it wasn't going nowhere.
Right.
And it goes back to that, man, being grateful for my wife because she picked me up, and then me and you started talking, and I was like, man, I kind of want to do a podcast, man. And then you were like, I wanted to do one too. And now
we got our money.
Man, we're doing.
We started buying our equipment little by little. Yeah. And we're growing even more, nephew. And
it's like it put us on a new path.
Oh.
And doors have just opened up to a new life, and so I'm super grateful for that, man. And I'm thankful that I can sit back and reflect on, the year I've had has like everybody else has had ups and downs. It's been a roller coaster ride. But man, if you just realize that you're strapped in, you're not when you get to the lowest point, when you get to your highest points. I mean, you're always gonna, you know what I mean.
And nephew, I've learned a lot too. That when you hit your lowest point, or when you think you have, it's behind you.
Yeah,
You can't see tomorrow, but I know that today is better than tomorrow.
Exactly.
Only if you want to,
Right.
Why waste today if you wasted yesterday?
Yeah, now you're just wasting your life. You know what I mean? And you gotta always look forward, and that's kind of how I've been living my life, and that's why I'm grateful, man, because
And
I used to live in that. You know what I mean?
Not to cut you off like you said.
No, go ahead.
But I see that in you, nephew. You know, even myself, I'm so looking forward that the moment our podcast comes out, after it airs, my mind is already clicking. What am I going to do next? What am I going to do next? Which is giving me motivation to do something and not lay around and waste my life. Exactly. And I see that in you. When I call you, you pick up and, hey, what are we going to talk about? You know what? This.
I've been doing research on this. Yeah.
So I know that.
Like it's almost like a new purpose. We found a new purpose. You know what I mean?
Podcasting. You know, and what's making it even better is the people, man, because they're the responses, the views, you know, the likes, you know, the follows, you know.
Exactly.
It's just we have a new purpose, man.
Yeah, exactly, man, and that's what I'm grateful for. I'm grateful for new beginnings. I'm grateful for what's happened in the past because even hard times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm grateful for the hard times, man, because I realized that that's when true character's built. You know what I mean? When you go through them rough times, and trust me, I done had rough times this year. Yeah. You know, it's been. I spoke about it on Alfredo's, you know, on his podcast. Right. You know, I was just recent, man, this past year that I was going through depression.
Right.
And just, you know, suicide thoughts try to come in, and
man,
you know what I mean. And but you fight them off.
That kind of surprised me coming from you. You know.
Yeah, and see, that's why I tell people, man. It was funny. I made a post on Snapchat one day while I was at work, and I just put all I said was, "Hey man, make sure y'all check on y'all's people, man. Check on y'all's people. Make sure you know it's the people that are smiling and laughing that really had the most pain inside."
Yeah.
I said, so check on y'all's people, and I really was making that about me.
Right.
But everybody was like sending me messages like, "Man, yeah, shout out, that was good motivation speech." Good talk, man. We need to check on our people. And the whole time, I'm like, damn, one of y'all ain't never asked about me.
You know, I seen something like that where, which sometimes I feel like telling you, like, hey, I'm going to see you tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to see you tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
It's not tonight, right?
Yeah.
And you'd be like, no, not tonight. I'll see you tomorrow. That's all it takes, nephew. Yeah. That's all it takes.
Yeah. It's just to be back to that.
Not just between you, me. It's anybody.
Yeah,
out there,
between
you know?
anybody. Yeah,
you know,
and it's just the
when
being
you see
there.
Somebody that's hurting, man, and all it takes is, hey, I'm gonna see you tomorrow, brother, right? You know, make him think, man, this guy cares. You know, exactly. Don't make him think, make him know.
Yeah, make it known that you just sometimes you just be there for people, man. Yeah. That's the biggest thing,
and that's the most grateful thing that anybody can do for somebody, I think, and. Like I said, we're so grateful, man, for this podcast, man.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. And so, that's what I've been grateful for, man. I'm grateful for the life that I'm living now, the things that we're doing.
Most definitely.
Man, I'm just grateful for my family. Shout out to everybody out there who's watching. Thank y'all so much. Yeah. I'm grateful for y'all. And so, man, that's...
Like I said, you know, shout out to my daughter, too, man. She's been so good this year, man, that, you know, she's took care of me, dog, you know, didn't let me fail.
Right.
Reverend Eric, like you said, big dog, dude.
Yeah, that's the man with the plan. I love Rev, man.
His church house fire.
That's
man,
my brother.
It's so. We have lunch. I mean, breakfast every other Saturday, man. I wish you could go one day, man. We have a blast. You have this little men's group,
I will
man,
be soon.
But yeah, I'm grateful for Rev and our church, man, and my family. Randy and Kaz are so been there, man, that I can't explain.
Yeah, we can't be. Yeah, we can't be nothing but grateful for them.
But yeah, I mean, it was awesome, man. I mean, this just been great, man, and I've seen a lot of progress in you and your family, man, and I wish we all could have progress, you know, and your progress may not be. Yeah, my progress
might not be somebody. We're all on the same path. You know, some of us are running a little bit faster than others. Some are a little bit slower than others. But we're all ultimately reaching the same goal.
Most definitely.
You know what I mean? Definitely. We're trying to, you know, make our families proud, make our families happy. I'm trying to make our lives better.
Right.
And whatever it takes to get there, that's what I'm going to do. And so, yeah, man, this is a good segment. I wanted to just tell the people, man, hey, look, this is what we're thankful for. We kind of express what we're thankful for.
Right.
And,
right.
You know what I mean? And also, on another note, with this podcast that we're doing, we hope that y'all put in the comments like, man, y'all tell us what y'all grateful, man.
Right.
Y'all put what y'all grateful for, whether it be family. We want to hear some good stories, man. If something big happened in y'all's lives this year that you're grateful for, write it down in the comments below, man. Let us know, what y'all had this year.
Most definitely. I mean,
We're super interested in
there's
knowing.
some people out there who've been super blessed, and there's some people who are still waiting on their blessing.
Yeah, exactly.
And, you never know where that blessing's going to come from.
Yeah, exactly.
Could be from us. Could be from
it could be from somebody
your brother,
you don't know. Yeah,
somebody you don't know.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Man, this was good, man. I think we should take a quick break, man. I gotta run to the little boys' room. Take a, all this. I done finished all my sweet tea, dog.
I got my monster coming in a minute.
Yeah, man. So
I'm finna knock this plate out and then probably hit my.
Yeah, we'll finish this plate off and then we got our dessert, man, and then we'll wrap up with a little extra topic we got.
Yeah, a little extra.
Yeah. So man, thank y'all for sticking with us, man. We'll be
bit.
right back. Back again, baby.
How y'all doing?
And we brought dessert.
Man, this pecan pie right here, dog.
I got a.
These is from Crumble.
Yeah, shout out Crumble. Please sponsor us. I want some free cookies forever.
Yeah, Crumble sponsor us.
Monster.
Monster. Please sponsor us, man. Please. As much as I buy.
Yeah. He done bought a life worth already. Man, this is what is this? A cookies and cream pie.
And this is a pecan pie, man. Pecan pie cookie or whatever from Crumble.
Lord
man.
have mercy.
Being thankful is always a great thing, man. I mean,
yeah, we should do it every day, but
I know once a year we stress it the most, but yeah, like you said, should be thankful every day. I'm thankful that I wake up in the morning because I didn't always live a healthy life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, most definitely, nephew.
Heck yeah, man. So what you got for me today,
I'm gonna talk about. Let's call it a feast of change. How's that?
Okay, a feast of change.
A feast of change. Going back as far as the 80s. Let's say back in 1980, I was a freshman in high school.
Right.
So my grandfather was still alive. My grandparents, my mom and dad, everybody was still. Your mom was probably in the 80s. She was born in what? 74.
She was born in 74.
6 years old. So things have changed, man.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, back in the day, we had the glue of the family is what we call it. I mean, I don't know if you've heard it. I'm sure you have.
Yeah, is that like they used to call it like the matriarch of the family, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like Mama was the matriarch of this family.
Well,
right.
And that changed after the main glue, which is what I call my grandfather.
Okay.
Grandfather Reyes. They lived on Houston Street, man, and
right.
Didn't matter for what, whether it was Easter, Thanksgiving, for Sunday dinner, which was all his kids and his kids' kids, and well, at that time it was just his kids. We didn't have kids, bro. We were all meet at Grandpa's house, Grandma's house, and that's how Thanksgiving started. Every Thanksgiving was, my uncles, all my cousins,
right?
So he ended up passing 88, man, but 70s, late 70s, I think I got our first, I didn't buy it. My dad bought our first microwave, man.
88?
No. In
the late 70s. I was like, damn.
Bro, I bet you it was this big.
For real?
Man, it weighed a ton, bro.
What was it made out of? Was it like metal?
Metal, dude. Just big, heavy one. You plug it in, and, they didn't have no, timer. It just, boop, 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 It didn't have, press here for digital, popcorn.
Yeah.
It was just it was still digital because the buttons that you had to push, but it didn't have for popcorn or turkey or whatever.
Yeah. Oh damn.
So the 80s, that's when things started popping up for Thanksgiving, such as TV dinners, but it was mainly a family feast, right?
Right.
So see, because in the 80s, we're a big Cowboy fan. We still are. So Cowboys been playing Thanksgiving since I'm not sure what. To be honest, what was the
I
first
think
year?
when they first start, I was looking into that. There's a couple teams that have been the staple teams since it started.
There's only two.
For sure, one of them is the Cowboys,
and then
and then the other one is the Detroit Lions.
Right.
Detroit Lions were the first
Right.
actual game.
Okay.
It was the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears.
And that's what's playing this week.
Yeah,
You know,
it was their
so-
first official
so
game
it's
that was
probably-
ever played. Is what I was reading while I was doing research.
That's cool, man. But yeah, that's all we did was the men gathered, watched football, drank beer, and all the women did all the cooking, man.
Right.
Which that was the '80s. We watched football. The parades. I don't know if they still have them.
Mm-hmm.
On Thanksgiving, they had the Macy's.
Macy's was the second. So the very first one was their competition. Was Macy's competition.
That's what it's called.
It was.
Macy's competition.
Yeah, it was their. They were. It was another brand.
I don't remember.
I can't remember what it was called, but they did it first. But Macy's just did it better.
Things have evolved so much, man. We look forward to watching the parade, man. We did.
It's fun, man.
Even now, like this Thursday, I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it.
No.
I know it. Things have changed, man. I mean, technology has changed, man. Shit, even the food, dog.
Really? Okay. So what was a typical Thanksgiving dinner back in
the day?
when you were a kid?
You would have your turkey and your ham, mashed potatoes, and green beans, and rolls. That was it.
Really?
You had stuffing. Stuffing, of course. But there wasn't no exotic. Like sometimes you would have people make green bean casserole. But there was no cheesecake. There was no pumpkin cheese roll.
Right.
There was pumpkin pie, maybe pecan pie, and a cobbler. That's it. It wasn't what I want to say it was because my mama used to make it all the time. Was it fruit salad with the
with the cherries,
and all the fruit, the marshmallows. It was real simple, man. But everybody sat down together. It wasn't like everybody get a plate and go to the living room. It was like all the adults sat at the big table, and all the children, which was usually from 8th grade down, sat either if there wasn't a place for them to sit, we'd sit them in the living room carpet with a blanket or something, so it wouldn't get to back in the day. But that's how it was, man.
Y'all had shag carpet back then?
Oh yeah. Who didn't like shag carpet?
That's funny.
So we're looking back 80s, 90s. Things are starting to change a little bit. Like I said, after my grandfather passed in 88, things just like my uncles and my aunts, they started having dinner at their house. We would start like picking here and there. Like my Uncle Nina would say, "Hey, y'all come over here," and we'd go over there for a little bit, and we'd go to Uncle Ramiro's, or that's how things changed when the glue, passed on. So little things started changing from there, man, and that's how I see it now. Like what's a typical dinner now?
Shoot.
I mean, you got all sorts of people now.
Yeah.
Back in the day, if you had them, we didn't really know about them, such as gluten-free.
Oh, yeah.
You had the vegans now, the vegetarians. I'm not saying they weren't there back then. They just weren't as popularized or what word I'm looking for. So what? Now you got gluten-free breads.
Yeah, gluten-free.
What is it? What am I looking for? What is that word I'm looking for? The meat.
Oh, the soy meat.
Like soy meat and
like the Impossible Burger, like from the Impossible Whopper.
Yeah, You know, you got stuff like that nowadays. You know, plant-based turkeys. Can you grow a turkey from a plant?
That's crazy,
right? You got what's a quinoa salad?
I don't know.
Quinoa.
Quinoa?
Quinoa?
Quinoa? Yeah, I don't even know how to say the word.
Now you have more, ever
like
since...
a more variety that kind of...
I was going to say, ever since technology has evolved, how easy it is for you to cook dinner now that...
Oh, that you have like Pinterest and Lemonade?
You got Pinterest, you got Lemonade, you got even TikTok.
Oh, yeah. You have people making recipes on TikTok. You just follow the video.
I follow some of them, man, because they look delicious.
Yeah.
Don't always have time to cook, dog.
Yeah,
we do, but
sometimes we just don't want to.
Yeah.
Like
how easy it is to, even to some people, even for Thanksgiving, who I don't want to say less fortunate, but who don't want turkey.
Right.
You got plant-based stuff, or you got. I'm gonna tell you this. I know the '80s, late '70s and '80s, everything shut down for Thanksgiving.
Really?
No restaurants, nothing was. You'd find one or two.
Like, what about Walmart back then?
Walmart was shut.
Like, it was shut down completely?
Yeah, all day. Not until Black Friday started coming around, which I'm not sure when that started.
Yeah.
That's when they started opening up at 6 a.m., Friday morning, and people would go berserk.
Yeah,
it's way different now that Black Friday is through. You get stuff through your app.
Man, I kind of like it like that too, man. How they're doing the Black Friday. It started already. It started like yesterday. Man, you don't have to go and wait in line. Because I used to work at the store. Dude, not to cut you off, but dude, I used to like working the Black Friday sales because I knew I was going to see some fights that night. You know what I'm saying? I remember one year that we worked the Black Friday and we did the event where that was... Okay, so the year that I worked...
Well, people are crazy for shit.
The year after that I worked, we did tickets. Like, come get you a ticket, and if there was 20 TVs, the 21st person wasn't getting a TV.
Right.
But because the year before, dude, I was in the area near, like, where they had dollar towels. They were like bath towels, but they were for $1. Nah, dude, you should have seen, dude, the people snatching them towels.
That's insane to me, because...
Dude, these two old ladies...
Most towels are $1.88.
Yeah, dude, these two ladies, they were 99 cents, dog. These two old ladies, man, one grabbed it and the other lady grabbed it and they were tug of warring it. Then that lady just, finally, that lady pulled it and that old lady punched her right in the nose. Boom! And then they just started boxing each other, bro. Like, boom, boom. They fell to the ground, dude. The cops came over. I ain't lying, dog. I was there. I was there watching it. I wanted to pull my phone out, but I didn't want to get fired. I was going to be like, World Star.
Oh, man. That's insane, you know what I'm saying?
Dude, they were fighting over dollar towels, bro. See, and that's why I was glad we talked about being thankful because, like, dude, you can't lose sight of what this holiday is. A lot of people, dude, don't get me wrong. Like, I like going to Black Friday.
I like Black Friday too, man, but I'm not
going to go fight with nobody.
Over.
Yeah, over nothing. I'm not going to jail over a dollar towel. Boy, now you got to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and you still ain't gonna get that dollar towel.
you
gonna get a dollar towel in jail. More likely.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. You know what, man? You lose sight of that. But
you're right, man. And that it was insane when I would see the news, man. People breaking the doors down to get in.
Yeah, trampling on people getting trampled and stuff.
Because they couldn't wait to bum rush and get that $100 TV that was $130 regular, just wait till tomorrow.
And that's the scam, ain't it? Dude, I used to work in retail. I know how that works.
You know what I'm saying?
Dude, you go back and check the price, all year that TV's been
$105.
It'd be like, say, like, for example, right now Walmart has a TV, it's like a 55-inch for like $180. Man, that TV probably been $180 all year. But then like September, October, they raised it to like $250. And then right when Thanksgiving hits, they drop it back down to regular price. And then you think you're getting a deal, but it's the same price.
Because people are they're not aware of nothing.
Yeah.
That's the thing that people are not, unless you're a consistent shopper, such as, Walmart, it all goes back to this, dog. It all goes back to this. that there's nothing you can't do without this.
Yeah.
You know, you're shopping, you got groceries, you got,
Everything's online.
Amazon.
Everything's online, literally, bro.
You know, your Black Fridays is on here now too.
Yeah.
So you got people who are constantly, scrolling through like, what computers and TVs. Electronics. They're going through electronics, so they're going to see that in July this TV is $180.
Yeah.
And then they're going to scroll like, nah, I don't want it right now. Boom, 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 boom. And then come back in November like, oh shit, it's $180. Now they want it.
Yeah.
How strange is that, dude? I mean,
yeah, it is pretty crazy, man.
I mean that, and that's what it's all it is, and that's what I'm saying. Going back, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, is how things have changed, and to me, it is the fall of the family.
Right.
Like I was saying earlier, I'm grateful for ours that we're
still pushing
we're
together,
still as tight as we are, because little things like this, we don't have a lot of kids in the family, so we don't go through that. But imagine imagine if I had 4 brothers and 5 sisters, and then they were all married and they had 5 kids. So let's say we had 15 kids and 20 adults. I'm thinking now, not all men enjoy football like they used to.
Yeah.
Others want to be in the kitchen, because there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
I'm a chef myself. I enjoy cooking.
Yeah, some people, because like my dad, he
but
don't
I'm not
watch
going
the
to miss
games,
it.
he's cooking.
Your dad would cook rather than watch the game. I'm sorry, that ain't me. Yeah. I'll help your dad. I help him taste everything too.
Yeah, because my dad ain't a big, football fan like he used to be.
I know. Well, he's more of a college.
Yeah, he likes tech. Yeah, he watches college ball.
College ball than he does pros. And besides that, everybody else is on the phones, man. I mean, even when I'm at your mama's house, and we're all there, your mama on the phone, unless we're at the kitchen table.
Yeah.
Then we're all, interacting. But if we're watching something or a game or even Yellowstone, dude, you gotta start watching Yellowstone, bro. Gotta start watching Yellowstone. Anyways, if we're watching, everybody's on the phones, man.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Of course, technology is what we need for this world to survive nowadays, which you knew it was going to sooner or later. We're evolving, and but that's what you see, man. That's what we didn't have in the 80s. Like I said.
Yeah. There was no tablets. There wasn't cell phones, man. Y'all sat down and talked. And spent time.
For the kids, like I said.
Well, yeah, the kids do that. Yeah, but see, that's the difference.
Outside.
Yeah,
we were all playing together. Yeah. We didn't go. We all had bikes, but we're not all going to take our bikes to my grandparents.
Yeah.
So we played in the backyard. We played in the front yard. Red light, green light, freaking
Red Rover,
stuff like that. And sometimes I'm going back. I'm like, we didn't know the meanings of these songs.
Well, yeah. You don't know.
We're kids, we play kick the can,
you're just playing, man.
So, talking to one of my daughters the other day, and she's like, "Dad, I don't even know my cousins."
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of my fault, But us growing up, we were like this, all of us, man.
We knew all our cousins.
We knew all our cousins, man. Even the ones that were from out of town, sometimes when they come, for
come down for the holidays, the summer.
So we knew who they were, but we wouldn't exclude them. Nowadays, when these kids are playing with each other, that they know each other, and then you got other family that shows up that they don't know. I've seen it way too often that they exclude them kids, man, and
they're like, wow,
that's heartbreaking, man. That's heartbreaking because that's familia, We've lost the meaning of that.
Yeah.
Not completely. But, and I don't want to say we lost it. We don't teach it like we used to.
Yeah. We
weren't forced into family, into accepting our cousins.
Yeah.
We enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Our parents were like, hey, y'all better behave. And we just got along.
Yeah.
Nowadays, man, they fight each other on the phone. They're or you and whatever, man. And
Yeah, dude. I agree, man. I think Thanksgiving, even for me as a kid, I just noticed
you were a
Thanksgiving.
2000 baby, right?
Nah, hell
Late
no.
90s?
I was 90s. I'm a 90s baby, man.
Oh, okay.
I'm born in 96, baby.
Okay, so that still makes you a 2000 baby.
No, it don't. If I was born in 2000, maybe.
You're still a Gen Z or whatever.
Nah, hey, I'm a millennial. Nah, I'm the last. 96 was the last year for millennials.
Okay.
Growing up, Thanksgiving was a lot different. I've noticed, like even this Thanksgiving, it's in 2 days, and I don't even. It's just kind of like I know what we're doing something, but it's just like kind of spur of the moment, like we're gonna do something. I don't know. It just feels like it's lost its like I don't like it's lost its luster. You know what I mean? Like, man, as a kid, I couldn't wait for Thanksgiving. Maybe it's because we were in school and we were just so excited to get out. But I mean, I just felt like it. Like, in other words, what I'm saying is we were more festive. Like growing up, it was more festive.
You're right. You know,
it was more of a bigger deal. Now Thanksgiving's just like another day. Oh well, we're just kind of
a bigger feast.
Yeah, it's just sometimes that's what it feels
back,
like.
Nephew, how were we, man? Like, I don't know what you gonna make.
Right, yeah, who's bringing? Yeah.
And we're like, man, I can't wait to try that. That lemon berry pie or whatever it was, that they made, because we were big dessert people. We still are, but anyway. But
yeah,
you're right. It's lost its luster.
Yeah, I think it's just lost its.
I think it's because it's so fast.
Yeah, and I think maybe a lot of it has been just because of, for sure, man. COVID had a big impact on that.
Yeah, a lot of people are afraid still.
Some people still don't want to mass gather together. Another thing is I think you're saying what you were saying is kind of true, man. Growing up, we were real big on family, and I think the more and more families are being made, it just seems like it's more and more you see that families are doing things on their own.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just trying to, I don't know, I guess just kind of stay out the way or whatever. But it's like, the cell phones is another big thing.
And I'm not really. I'm going over some notes, so I'm not.
I wasn't even. No, I'm saying like, going back to what you said earlier, like families hanging out.
Right.
You see less. People don't talk like they used to.
Right.
People are just on the cell phone.
The communication is not there. Like I don't know if you hear me most of the time. I'm like, man, we gotta. Kardashians are not my favorite people in the world.
Yeah.
Whether they do this for TV or not, when you offend one of them or when they get their feelings hurt, they let the other person know. When Kim offends Courtney's like, you hurt my feelings. I don't want to talk to you right now. But what happens? Communication's there, and before you know it, they're back being bad sisters, which I think, I know that's kind of a crazy.
A lot of that, to me,
I know it's reality TV.
Yeah, because a lot of that I feel is scripted, man.
No, I understand that. But even if it's scripted, that is the ideal.
Well, there's some truth to that, is what you're saying. Yeah,
because I mean,
there's some truth
if you offend me, I should be able to be man enough or
just be like, look, man, I have an issue.
Dude, you told me this and it hurt my feelings.
Yeah, exactly. Because a lot of times people don't even know. You may have said something you didn't realize.
Exactly. You might have said something.
Yeah. Like not thinking of, just talking, just whatever, and somebody could have took that the wrong way. If I don't bring it up to you,
you'll never know.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna have this like
a resentment towards them.
Right. And we don't need that in family, man. I mean, we need
to
be open enough to say, hey, that hurt.
Because at the end of the day, man, family's all you have.
Right.
And I mean, you can go out into this world and people will kick you around, or people don't care, but family is always there for each other.
Right.
You can't pick your family, you know what I'm saying?
You can't.
I mean, you can choose who you be around.
Right.
But your family is your family.
Right.
And at the end of the day,
and people say, blood's thicker than water, whatever. And it's not, but at the same time, like I said, that's who you have.
Yeah.
Now, there comes a point in time where you got to break it off with whoever.
Yeah, sometimes if it's somebody who's being just toxic to you,
toxic, but who's keeping your growth.
Yeah.
Then
because even family, man. Because if it's something like, there's a balance.
We have
you know
so much
mean?
support from our family, man. You already know.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I can call any of my families.
He's like, hey, I can't wait because he gets his whole family in front of the TV.
That's fire, dude.
You know,
that's so fire to me.
So that support.
Yeah.
You know, if we didn't have that, it's a lot harder for people who have family and don't support it, man.
Yeah.
I think that's that's like what's the word? It's a killer, man. I mean,
yeah. And that's why some people don't even celebrate, because there's people out here who don't have anybody,
right?
You know what I mean, to celebrate with. And like you said, that's why, man, share an invitation with somebody. Like, man, well, look, we're getting together here, you know, if you want to come by.
I invited some people that, you know, because they're like, well, I don't know what we're going to do. Well, fucking come with me, man.
Yeah.
You know, my family is not somebody who's like, who's that?
Yeah, we still carry some of that old belief, man. Because like with us, we're open, man. Sometimes people bring people to Thanksgiving and we're like, shoot, grab a plate, like
just don't be shocked at the things we say.
Yeah, cause we wild.
Yeah,
my family's different, dog. Yeah, we're a little different.
Yeah. You know, I've always told your mom, I'm like, shit, we didn't have a reality show.
Hey, for real.
You know, just have a camera on us 24/7 because
like, dog,
ain't no telling what could be happening.
Yeah, the conversations we be having at the table, sometimes they be like. Like, man, y'all
really?
family a little crazy.
Y'all talking about shit like that at the table?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, if not, you know, why hold it in? You know, I got something to say, you know, say it.
So we're just comfortable around each other, man. And that's the thing. That's all this is about, man. Just coming together with family and just nobody knows you like family, you know what I mean? So it's like.
You know, there's so much forgiveness in our family, and love, and even my extended family, man. I've got, you know, I got 2 different families out there, you know, I got kids with, and I still feel the love from them, man. I do. And it all comes down to who you are. You know, I'm grateful for who you are because I've never seen you show nothing but love to me or anybody else.
Yeah.
You know, I don't show no disrespect to anybody that don't deserve it.
Yeah.
You know, Tony Montana said it best. All I got in this world is my word. And I don't break it for no one. You know, but no, really, man, I mean, that's how we are.
Yeah, man.
You know, I'm not saying we're a perfect familia.
Yeah, no, we're not perfect, man. There's times where man, you might get on somebody's nerves or you don't agree with what somebody says, but at the end of the day, all feelings get put to the side, and you know we stick together, man. And that's what this holiday's about, man. And that's one thing that I wanted to really push is like with this Thanksgiving, you know, just being thankful that we have people we can call on when we need them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And let them know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Be more thankful. It's not just another holiday.
And
some people.
Key, nephew, that's key. Yeah. Letting them know. Sometimes we forget. You know, I was at a life group Bible study, and I gave a shout out to my daughter because I haven't told her how much I loved her and how much I don't think of the word right now. How proud I am of her for her accomplishments. You know, and I got emotional, but it's true. Yeah. You know, sometimes we take it for granted that my nephew know I love him, even though I don't tell you a lot of time. You know. My other nephews know I love him, man. I grabbed your brother the other day around his neck and squeezed him. I'm like, dude, I love you, dog, but don't fucking answer my calls, you know. Shit, I miss you, dog. You know, you're off on Saturdays. You know, I want to take you out to eat or breakfast, you know, but you don't answer. But that's what it takes is reaching out, you know, making sure that they know that they're loved.
Exactly.
You know, especially in these times, this last couple of months before the new year starts, you know, it's very. I know Christmas is probably I think it's the highest suicide rate during the year. Yeah, really. Because so much stress on. I'm not a big gifter, you know that. Yeah. Not because I can't afford it, or not because I can't, but I'm just messing with you. But I don't think gifting is
no necessary. That's the thing. You know, there's an importance put on the gift giving.
So many people out there that are so worried that, you know, what am I going to give my kids? You know, the new PS5, you know, the new Jordans, the new iWatch, the new iPhone 16, spending thousands and thousands of dollars, and then the following year they can't afford to make all these payments at the stuff that they charge.
Yeah.
And then they're looking at the following Christmas, and their kids are still spoiled like heck. And they end up, doing something that the whole family regrets because they put so much of this. And if I'm not mistaken,
I can see that.
This is the highest.
I wouldn't argue with that, man, because I feel like there's an unnecessary stress put on Christmas because I guess, like you said, the gift giving, which that's why we're putting an importance on, like Thanksgiving, being thankful. Like, it's not about the gift giving, man. It's not about it's a perspective thing, man. Exactly. This is about being,
Thanksgiving, is give thanks always.
Yeah, we're giving thanks. And then, of course, Christmas, Christmas is just another time.
Say, look, I love you, man, and, I appreciate you were there for me. Yeah. Something like that.
Yeah, not to be afraid to share your emotions. Yeah. Because us as Hispanics, man, we have a I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's what it is, but we just have a hard time expressing our feelings towards each other.
And that's so sad. My daughter's a professional counselor, and her least clients are Hispanics, man, because Hispanics don't believe in that, man.
Yeah, they
¿Qué tienes? ¿Qué tienes? Well, I don't feel good, Mom. But don't do this or whatever, without realizing that.
Back then, they tell you, man, I just feel
man up.
I just feel sad, man. You're a man. Quit acting like that, man, dude. It's okay to be sad, bro. Like, it's just that macho thing, you know what I mean?
And it's grown from just the Hispanics, you see it in all men.
Yeah, you see it in all races, but because we're Hispanic, we see it firsthand. That's how we were raised growing up. But I mean, take the time to let a family member know how much you care about them, and don't worry about the gifts. Don't worry about even Thanksgiving. Don't worry about the food too much, man. Like, it's just about spending time with each other. That's the main.
I'll be good with Fidel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Just getting together and being able to hang out.
I'll be good with Fidel, but I'm grateful for your dad's turkey and ham.
Hey, for real, man. I love my dad's ham, boy. He make a good ham.
And his stuffing that's
not my mama's. It's getting close, though.
It's close. How much closer you can get? That would not be my mama's. It ain't gonna happen.
Nah, it's getting close. Nah, then my dad says it himself. He said it yesterday at the movies. Went to go see Gladiator 2.
Bad.
Y'all need to go see it. It's bad. But he said that we were talking about how like this goes with the conversation you're talking about, the breaking up of families or whatever, or who's paying attention to who's cooking the food, because eventually they're gonna pass, and who's gonna carry the legacy?
You're right.
And like my dad said, that's why nobody can make Momo's dressing. And he said the only reason why I am so close is because I used to watch her make it. So that's why.
My mom never gave nobody a recipe. Nothing.
Yeah, my dad watched her, and that's why he's close. But like he said, I'll never be your grandma's. I'll never be hers, because she passed and nobody gave the recipe. So what about my dad? Who else cooks Thanksgiving dinner?
That's what I was going with right now. Your mama can cook. She chooses not to because your dad does it.
My dad does everything.
Fine. I can cook. I work most of the time.
You know what I mean?
God forbid something happened to your dad. Who's going to take over?
Exactly. Who's going to know how to cook? Nobody knows how to do the dressing.
No.
Nobody knows how to. And my dad does, when he does the turkey, he separates the white meat, the dark meat. He's cold, man.
I'm like, what did I do?
Yeah, he's cold, man. So, but
I do too.
And that's on us, huh? That's like the younger generation, us millennials and below.
Yeah.
Man, we're not. Us as youngins, man, we need to start paying attention, because who's gonna carry on the legacy? Because eventually,
and it's not just
the elders pass. Well, it's not. No. But I'm saying
Sunday dinner. Yeah. You're looking at Christmas Eve. You're looking.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like us as younger generation, we gotta start paying more attention and get off the phone. Like.
Yep.
Get off of social media for a little bit, man. It's always going to be there. Just start paying attention, because our elders are passing. I mean, dude, I don't have a grandma no more. Right. Both my grandmas passed.
All my
you know what I mean? Like, I have both my grandfathers, but, they're in their 70s.
I made a pact to myself, nephew. I'm doing more reading on my book, on my Bible, on my notes, on my journal.
Yeah.
Writing more in my journal than I am on my phone. I still get on. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's something that we just got accustomed to.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with being on the phone, man.
No.
It's just that, you know, you got to have a balance, man. Sometimes you got to get off of it. I'm guilty of it, man. Sometimes I'm on my phone too long, and my girl's like, hey, you just going to be on your phone all night? Like, so I need to talk to her, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Get off your phone, bro. Like, it ain't that serious.
Yeah, it's
you know
different
what I mean?
for me. I'm a single man, you know.
Yeah.
I you know, but I have my daughter I can call. I have my other daughter I can call. My son I can call. You know, I got you. I got my other nephews. You know, I got plenty of people I can call and choose not to. You know.
Yeah. Exactly,
I don't want to say choose not to. I just. Well, I ain't lying. I choose not to. I grab on my phone, you know.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's good, man. That's a good little segment, man, because we got to realize that, you know, it's all about family, man.
Yeah.
We can't lose sight of what this Thanksgiving is about.
Exactly.
The holidays are about. It's all about family, man.
Like I said, the olden days, and it goes beyond the 80s. Before the 80s, you know, 70s, you know, families were families. You know, the mom and dad, you know, were there. The children, you know, now, you know, so one parent household nowadays, man.
Yeah.
And it's not always a woman. I don't care what people say.
Yeah, sometimes it is men.
Step up and take care of their kids. Yeah. And have custody of their kids.
Exactly.
And he struggles just as much as the mom.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, as a single mother, because he's trying to put food on the table and trying to teach these kids the right way. And
how to raise them. And no matter what, man.
The easiest way right now that I see, because I see a lot of kids, is right here, man.
Yeah.
Give your baby one of these and they stop crying.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's what we got to get
educational
away from,
purposes. And I see I see my little niece. I love what's her name? Not Jaslyn, man.
Oh.
Not the baby, dog. Not Jaslyn. Her show that she likes to watch.
Oh, Miss Rachel.
Miss Rachel, dude. How? You honestly thought I forgot my niece?
No, I just was like, what?
No,
Miss Rachel. Yeah, Miss Rachel, dude. She.
You know,
You know, I don't want to raise my kids on no tablet or phone, but there is time, like, dude, my kids are smart, man, and it's because they see educational stuff like that, man. Yeah, and like I said, it all goes back to having a balance, man. It's just know your limits.
Exactly.
Really. Know your limits.
You can't put Miss Rachel on
and expect her to raise the baby. Yeah, exactly.
You know, you watch a couple minutes or whatever while you're getting dressed or while Lydia's getting dressed.
Like, how many parents still read their kids' bedtime stories? I like, that's what I do to my son, man.
Okay.
I have him a children's Bible, man, and we read a chapter not a chapter, but it's a story every night. Like last night, or not last night, but the night before last, it was the 10 Commandments and Moses.
Oh, okay.
And,
see,
yeah, like tonight is
something educational. You know, that's besides trying to learn off a phone or a tablet,
man. I don't know. I get an enjoyment out of reading my stories to my son, and bro, I love his reaction.
Well,
his reaction to it is like, what? That's crazy, Dad. Right. Like, because I was reading about how, you know, like the night before that one, it was when he split the Red Sea, and he's like, Dad, the water was up there in the sky. I'm like, yeah, it was way up here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's just so excited about it, and that's why.
But I see that in him, you know, and I saw something else too, man, that kind of breaks my heart, and I'll blame the educational system, man. There's a lot of 16, 17-year-olds don't know how to read.
That's crazy.
Because they're getting by
with autocorrect.
With autocorrecting and stuff, you know, when they're in school, and it's
we're becoming too dependent on our devices, man. Yeah, which in the 80s, 90s, we didn't have that. Dude. So it's like
cursive is
they don't even teach
obsolete.
cursive no more, dog.
Cursive is obsolete. You know,
it really is.
You ask my kids, you know, well, my younger one, hey, writing cursive. What is cursive? No, it'd be like, what is cursing? You know,
it's really losing its. Yeah, it's losing that art, like the art form of cursing. Yeah, and it's crazy that they don't teach it no more, man.
Yeah,
but
but nephew, this was a good segment. I really enjoyed talking about familia and how grateful we are for certain things that we should be grateful regardless.
Whether we should be grateful every day, but at the same time,
you know, we take a little more reflection
on this day, it's a
know.
day to reflect. And yeah, man. Really take the time to reflect and look back and say, man, I made it another year, man. This is, and we're all in good health. We're all blessed.
Don't look back, because yesterday's gone, and never look ahead, because tomorrow's never promised.
Live in the now.
For today,
live for today.
Which is, is stay blessed. Thank the Lord for what you're doing today, because there's some people that are worse off than what you think you are.
Facts. No, that's big facts, man.
Yeah, but no, it was awesome, man.
That was awesome, man. Thank you.
It's awesome, and I appreciate you, nephew.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. Thank you too, man. Because without you, I couldn't do this show. So it's a blessing having you here, and I wouldn't do it with anybody else, man. For real.
Neither, dog.
So
you already know, we talked about this before. And once we say, you know what, we're doing it. Boom.
Yeah, man. It's such a blessing, and thank y'all, man.
Most definitely, because without y'all,
yeah, we wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Before we go, man, I want to say a little prayer over our, if you don't believe in God, no judgment. Whatever, you can stop the video, whatever. But for those of you who do believe in God, I just want to say a little prayer to bless y'all, man. And just to end off this podcast, and thank y'all for watching. And like I said, we don't judge over here. We do believe in God. If you don't, you can end the video or whatever. Right. I encourage you I encourage you to stay, man. Yeah, man. But shoot, would like to say a little prayer over y'all, man.
Go ahead, nephew.
Man, thank you, Father, for this day, Lord. Thank you for everything you've been doing in our lives. Thank you for no matter what we go through, no matter what we've experienced through this year, we thank you, man, because above all else, your grace and your mercy has got us through this year. And above all else, Lord, we just want to give you thanks for letting us spend time together as a family, letting us get together and share good times, and we wouldn't have it any other way. And we owe it all to you, Lord. So we pray that as we go through this day, that you just bless our families, bless our lives, and continue to keep us in good health. And we love you, we thank you, and we bless you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. That was good, man. Thank y'all so much, man. And for all y'all out there that's still stuck around, thank y'all so much. We love y'all. And always. Until next week, man, from Unk and Nephew, we love y'all.
Peace.
We'll see y'all next week.